guarantee you a right to be a teacher. It doesn't guarantee you a right to work for Disney. You say offensive things, you can get fired. That's on you and them. So the question is, should the government get involved and say, I'm going to arrest you? Is there ever a time where the government should get involved and say, I'm going to arrest you for what you said? You guys are saying no. So if somebody goes down to Danville tonight, whips up a KKK rally and says, we need to make sure there's not another black or Jew or Catholic in this county. By the end of tomorrow, there should be no one there. You're saying that shouldn't be arrestable? So there is something. There is speech that should not be allowed. You see, and some of you just said there is no speech that you should be arrested for. And if you're advocating violence, if you're promoting and instigating and inciting would be more of the legal term, violence, then people are going to come in and say, no, I'm not, you can't do this. And if you keep doing it, I'm going to arrest you. Free speech. You went too far. You're inciting violence. That's more than speech. People are going to die because of what you're doing. That's different. You can't yell fire in a crowded theater. Fire, fire, and everybody runs and somebody gets trampled and they get killed and you're like, I was just kidding. And like, well, you're arrested. Arrested for what? I can say whatever I want, not if it leads to physical harm. So free speech does have its limits. All right, I know you guys got that in your mind. I'm going to go here. There's that 146. Go on here because we'll get back to some of these questions. Go to France on this map with your stars. Go to France. The home of the Enlightenment, the thinkers that helped the foundation of America, Rousseau, Montesquieu, Voltaire, the French Enlightenment. Because they're tired of the absolute monarchs like Louis XIV, who built a palace that took up 50% of the country's income while they starved. But they said that is God's will, and that's when logic came in and said, nah, we're done with this. This ain't the dark ages, man. You ain't gonna scare me into this. It's ridiculous. Why am I starving? And you living in an MTV Cribs house like that. Let's see how we did. Our responses. Oh, we're struggling. We got some people all over there. We got about half now. Come on, be the sheep that you are. Go see where the majority of the stars are and follow them. You know how to do it. You're teenagers. Go follow them. And go follow a small group and swear that you're a unique individual. I don't fit in society, man, and neither do my 7 friends who all dress like me. I'm unique. That's all. You're a teen. I'm not judging. I'm making observations. I've done so much crap in my life. I'm not on anybody's soapbox. I think you got to be a pretty flawed person to see the flaw so clearly in other people. I've always figured I'm flawed enough to see things because I think them, but I'm not flawed enough to really act on all my terrible thoughts, but I'm weak enough to have them, so then I recognize them in people. Like when a coach took me out of the basketball game in high school, I was pulling for the other team. I was saying, I hope we lose, because I'm not in the game. But I'm not going to sit there and clap and go, we suck. I'm going to sit there quietly and clap for our team, and deep down I'm going, I hope we lose so you can see how important I am. That's terribly selfish. So I never acted on it. I would never do anything, but I have that thought. So it gives me insight into some of you who are worse than me, and I can recognize you and then feel better about me. I'm bad, but I'm not as bad as you. You suck. I know. Woohoo, yay me. Okay, we got to France. All right. Go to Russia. Some of you are just there. Go back. Go back to Russia. The home of Catherine the Great and Peter the Great and a lot of other greats. Nope, Ivan the Terrible. He wasn't great. There you go. Who? Oh, what's he say? I need a chat watcher. Yeah, but that's different than legal. And that's where we are now. Who are getting canceled. It's disrespectful. You can say it, but you shouldn't have. And because of that, you don't work here anymore. Or right. Yes. All right. Oh, we're in Russia. We got a couple people still in France. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of France. hurry up! Yeah, the Nazis are coming. And that's a historical thing because the French took off running World War II. Like Churchill is, now in the field of human conflict, there's so much been over by so many, there's so few. We'll fight them on the mountain, we'll fight them in the hill. We will now surrender. And then the Luftwaffe just bombed the mess out of England, and they're still fighting. And they came to France, and they were like, "Why ought to make a second plan?" And they ran, and they quit just like that. Some said that the French flag ought to be like just white. We surrender! We didn't even do anything. Okay, that's the reputation. The French in World War II didn't stand up and fight like the British or others. Okay, go to England. Let's go celebrate Winston Churchill, who called Gandhi a little brown man in a sheet. I'll never forgive him for that.
Well, I guess we're going to take away my own responsibility. So.
We're going to England, Great Britain, the United Kingdom. You don't believe it. That's rude. That's condescending and socially superior. Pat him on the head like a child. Guy, you know I'm your, yeah. I didn't know this was a few days before he was assassinated. He was a Hindu. He was assassinated by one of his own people because he was trying to make peace. The same thing I'm talking about. But they canceled him with a bullet to his head or his chest because he wanted to make peace with the Muslims of India. And he was a Hindu, and they hated each other. In the name of God. Those are great. God loved me so much that I shot you in the head! Proud? What the heck? Religions and the death. And I'm not blaming religions. You're famous to use that as an example. Let's see what we got. England. Get out of Russia! Look how quick. Go! Follow your friends! But that's not always bad. Like, hey, I'm a geographic idiot. Why wouldn't I? That's what I'm saying. I'm a scientific idiot. I'm going to just go with other experts. I don't know. I could be wrong. They could be wrong, but that's the best I got. Who's over there? All right, last one. Go to Iceland. Go to Iceland. Which, of course, you know, from middle school, green. It's green. Everybody remembers stuff like that. Like, it's so cool that the Vikings went to Greenland and lied to everybody and said it was ice, and then they called it Iceland, but that wasn't green, they flipped it. So Iceland is green and Greenland is ice. The Vikings are tricky. And we're Vikings. Rape, murder, and, you know, isn't that kind of an interesting name? Let's be Vikings. We're going to go and just slug you in the face with a hatchet. Come here, woman. Like, what? All right, it's time to cancel the Vikings. Sorry, I got a lot of gear at home, too. That's going to be a problem. We're the Danville... Well, what could be good? Like, good person. Who's uncancelable? Oh, we treat animals as mascots. We're already calling them not our pets, but our animal companions. What is it? I mean, no, you don't mess with animals. Try again. Danville donuts. No, I mean, you're encouraging, you know, overweight. People have diabetes. Like, wait, what is it? I don't know. All right, there's Iceland. Very good. Okay. Just so I can go, the top of the morning to you. Go to Ireland. Go to Ireland. Haven't done the voice since St. Patty's Day. This has to be Lucky Charms. Oh, man. I just cram Ireland in the conversation so I can do that. Yeah, Ali was the greatest fighter, and he's not like he's from Ireland. Oh, what? Father O'Malley, hold me to... Boy, we just went to Iceland. Get out of there! In 5 seconds to get to England or you're gonna blow up. That's not funny. As much anxiety as we got in the world, their kids thinking, I knew it. God, Mom! Ireland! There you go. We didn't have a happy note. Okay, so why is it important? The scientific revolution changed the way we understand people think about the world. Discoveries made. We had kind of been angling there. Remember, we did the Dark Ages, and then the Renaissance brought us out of that, and then the Age of Discovery opened people's mind to exploring, and now we're going to explore the world of science, and logic is going to be born out of that, the Enlightenment.